Preeti, are you there?
One that it's an amazing, learning session that we conduct on every Fridays from morning 10 and starting from morning, 11 a.m. My name is Preeti. I'm one of the sales specialists at Protage Professional Training. So before we start, let me give you a quick overview about us. Protage is a certification institute which provide upskilling courses to the professionals like HR generalists, HR analytics, advanced certification program, post trainer to deliver post trainings, business analytics for manager certification, as well as corporate trainer and facilitator certification, and last but not the least, certified practitioner coach certification as well. You also provide customized programs. So all the programs are accredited by the topmost bodies like SHRM, HRCI, CPD, and IBEC. I'm so glad to see many existing students, team members, and aspiring students of Protage who have joined this learning session. I would like to know from the participants as well as from the guest speakers, how do you build connection with your co-workers? You can please share your concern in the chat box. I would like to repeat once again, how do you build connections with your co-workers? You can please put your concern or your thoughts, views in the chat box. May I repeat once again the question? My question is, how do you build connection with your co-workers? Somi has mentioned by communicating. Thank you so much. Yatinder has mentioned by be available, show your care. Yes, Dr. Nishad has mentioned effective communication and positive attitude. Thank you so much. Shweta has mentioned interpersonal communication. Sagar has mentioned by finding common attributes. That's really nice to know, Sagar. Priyanka has mentioned doing work in a team. Yes, Yash has mentioned communication. Umang has mentioned I will make people comfortable with me first to make, better connections. Neha has mentioned sharing thoughts. Sakshi avoiding gossip. That's really nice. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your thoughts. Now let's begin our learning session with Stalin and Amanpreet, our guest speaker of today's morning. Coming up across the profile of Amanpreet, she is a sales professional with 6 to 7 years of work experience in the corporate world, particularly in travel and tourism industry, who is now ready to embark her journey in the training and development. Whereas Stalin is a founder and CEO on personal branding strategist. She's a LinkedIn devotee with 19,000 plus strong communications that she is having communities with communities. She is an organized hustler who is passionate about writing good content and training millions of people. It's an honor to have Stalin and Amanpreet today morning. Over to you, Stalin.
Thanks for the intro, Preeti. So I'll take it from here. So hello, everyone. Very good morning to each one of you. So the first part of the session will be handled by me. So basically, as she said, I'm a LinkedIn devotee. I would use that word, devotee. So I have 19K plus strong community on LinkedIn. And I can confidently say that I build this community through networking. So today's session is all about networking, and I'm going to talk about how you can build network, how you're going to maintain the relationship after connecting with so many people. So all these things will be covered in today's session. So to tell about my career, so I got all my personal branding projects through networking on LinkedIn. So I'm a personal branding strategist for CEOs, founders, and coaches. So I write content and build brands for them. So that's how I started. And to talk about networking, how I did was I used to attend lots of live webinars, then live events, had so many conversations with many other content writers, content creators, students, many freelancers. So when you're making this connection with so many people and building the network, I got lots of resources and lots of opportunities. So it's been a year since I started this virtual networking, and I'm getting actually lots of opportunities and having a good, busy career. So it's all because of networking, and let's see how to do that. Okay. So before we dive into our session, so let me just tell you a few house norms so that it will be easy for us to do without any glitches. All right. So number one, everyone, please turn on your video. So I can see all your faces, bright faces. So please turn on your video. Thank you. So number two is, if you have any query in between, you can either click that hand raising emoticon, which you can find at the bottom of the screen, or you can message your question. So I'll try to answer them immediately or little later. Okay. So number three is, we have a separate Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So you can note down your questions whenever it pops. Okay. So we can discuss it later also. And number four, please feel free to take screenshots, or you can also take notes from whatever you're presenting. So that's it. So is that okay, everyone? Do you have any other thing to share? Yes. So shall we start? Shall we network? Okay, all right. So before starting, I'm just curious to know how you all are feeling. So this is a small game where we are going to emotionally get to know each other. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is, you will be having so many, I'll just stop the screen sharing. Yeah. So you can find so many emojis on the bottom or top of your Zoom screen, right? Can you all see that? You'll be having so many reactions, right? Yeah. So now pick an emoji that is you right now. So how are you feeling now? It could be happy, sad, confused, clueless. So anything. You have to pick it, and I will just see randomly on various people. Let me open the gallery first. So I can see few smileys. Yeah. Happy faces. Did you find that? There is an emoji box there, right? Yeah. So Nishant, you're so happy. I can see a bright smiley. So how do you feel? How do you feel? What are you expecting in
I'm
this
expecting
session?
something new in this webinar to enhance my skills and knowledge. So that's why I'm here.
Okay,
That's why I'm
that's
happy
great.
to.
That's great. And can you do it one more time, because I'm missing so many smileys? Yeah, let's do it one more time. How are you feeling now? Nipun is having some tears and he's laughing out loud. So what's so funny? Can you share, Nipun?
I'm just very excited for the day. It's Friday.
Excited. Me too. Me too. Same here. I'm also excited. Okay. So Anushka, what is your reaction? I'm not seeing any reaction on Anushka's face. Can I know what smiley? Okay, that's nice. Okay. Okay. So do you want to know my reaction right now? I'm actually happy, excited. I want so many smileys right now, because I can only give one, but I have so many reactions going on in my head. Okay, so let's move on. You all have given me some positive vibes, so let's take ahead. Okay. So did you see the power of networking? Yes. Actually, no, right? We haven't started yet. So we are starting the engine right away. So many people are unaware of this superpower. I will say networking is a superpower. I know many will be an introvert. Many hesitate to start a conversation. I get that, because it was me a few years back. I don't start a conversation with strangers, or when I'm in a group, I don't talk much, or I don't, even if I know something to share, but I won't do that. So that is type of person I was, but not now. So there are so many people like that, introverts. So, but if you don't open up, you're losing so many opportunities that you could never imagine. Trust me, you're losing so many opportunities. So you have to start open up. So whatever, if somebody is talking, if you have any doubts on that, feel free to ask them. Don't think like, what will they think? Okay, am I a loser? If I'm asking this out, they will think I'm a loser. So I'm not going to ask you. Let me just Google it later. No, Google knows everything, but Google and you cannot network, right? So we need the real human to network. So always open up. And there is a report that says 55% of millennials, most of us, use their network to find jobs. That's great, right? More than half of the millennials are networking to grab the opportunities. And rest 45%, they are doing okay. Some are getting opportunities just the way they go, they get it, they use it. Some don't find any opportunities. So that is the remaining 45%. So what do you think about it? You want to be in this 55% and make it 100%, or you want to just stay in 45% and okay, let me get this opportunity. Whenever it comes, I'll take it. What do you want? I just want to hear your thoughts on this. Who are you? You are in 55% or 45%? Okay, raise your hand if you are in 45%. Let me see that first. No 45%. So everybody are with me. Are you with me on this? Yes, give me a thumbs up. Good. So we all want to be in 55%, but some lack that, what to say, we don't know how to open up, we don't know how to communicate. We'll work on that. Okay, we will see that in this session. Okay. So maybe at the end of the webinar, you will force yourself or convince yourself to be in this 55%, right? Okay. So the power of networking. So as I said, networking will bring out the hidden power of yourself. So it itself a power, but you're having your own power. So it has the power to bring out your power out. Okay. So let's say if I'm looking for a graphic designer. Okay. So I'm looking for a graphic designer for a long time. And 1 second. Yeah, let me just face to face, let's talk. So I'm looking for a graphic designer. I'm having a conversation with Shweta. Okay, so we are having a conversation and she realizes that she knows few people who know about designing and all sort of things. So by making this conversation, she's helping me to find a resource, right? So I'm looking for a person, and through this conversation, I'm getting the contact of a graphic designer. And what is she doing? She's showing her ability to identify the opportunities and connecting the people. She knows the opportunities here and she's connecting two of us. So we are building a small network here. From 2, it is becoming 3. We are building a chain. So here, what is happening? What do you find here? When we are having this conversation and we are sorting out the issue, what we are having? We are having a growth. See, networking is giving us the growth. What growth we are getting? Personal growth and professional growth. So how, in this example, in this scenario, how can you say it is personal and professional? So for me, I need, Nipun, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
I thought you were asking to us.
Yeah, you can anytime you can unmute. If you have any thoughts to share, you can just raise your hand and I will give you the chance. You want to share something?
I just like you asked, like, what is this? Then I think it's an exchange of information. So exchange of viewpoints, exchange of perspective. When we talk to someone, then maybe they will have a different perspective on it. We will have a different perspective and we'll learn from that. So that also
that's
the
a
personal
good
growth
point.
also and professional experience.
Yes. That's a good point. So here I was in need of a graphic designer and my works are like blocking, right? I want someone to fill that space, then only I can go to the next step. So when she's giving this solution, Shweta gave me a solution, I am filling that gap. I'm moving forward. Professionally, I'm growing there, right? And what about Shweta? What is she doing here? She is growing personally, because by connecting, we are seeing her as a, okay, she's a well resourced person. She know people. She's increasing her credibility and visibility also, right? So we know, the network knows, okay, Shweta has some people in her contact. Then when somebody is asking me, or if I need any other opportunity to give someone, I can surely go to Shweta. Shweta, do you want to do this? We have a project here. Do you want this? I can give a resource or anything like that. So I'm helping her. So here what we are building is a strong chain, right? So it is building, the bond keeps on building. I am having some set of network, Shweta is having some set of network, Nipun is having some set of network. When we come together, it is building, the chain is going on, it is going stronger and stronger. And one thing, if you are like inconsistent, you are networking for some time and you're losing network, the pattern, you're losing from the chain, nothing is going to happen. Only you are losing the opportunity. The chain keeps on going, right? So nobody is like going to bother you. Okay, he left me. Let's, because the chain is large, they have resources large, they have so many knowledge to share. It keeps on going, and you will be the one who is missing out. You will get the FOMO. You will get the FOMO. So it's better to keep touching with. We have to. It's not only just building the network. We have to maintain it. That is also very, very important. Are you with me on this? Give me a thumbs up. Right? Great. So now that we know the power of networking, let me ask you one thing. What is networking? Let's define it, okay? So everybody wants some definition of things, right? So let's define what is networking. So tell me, come on. You can raise your hands, or you can give me that hand raising emoticon so that it will be easy for me to identify people. So anybody want to? Yes, so me, tell me.
Yes.
Can you define what is networking?
For me, networking is something connecting with different people, having this different perspective, like Nipun has mentioned also. And also for a person, it's very important to open up, like you shared right now, right? Because personally, it helps also, and professionally, it's more, because that way you can, like you have mentioned, increase the visibility of our potentials to others, right? So this is how, like, I personally feel networking is a good like method to open up also, and as a growth also, it's good to
Very
have
good,
a good
very good. Yes, yes. So networking, how I would define is, so it is a process. It is not like it's a one thing. It's a process. What you're doing in the process is very important. Building relationship as well as maintaining the relationship. So why do we do this? Why do we network and you're building and everything? So what is the purpose of it? For the mutual benefit, right? We need some benefit out of it, and the other person need benefit out of it. So I when I was networking, so I got a resource that is my benefit, and she is Shweta increased her credibility, and that's her benefit. So it's a mutual benefit between the parties. Okay, so I would say it's a process of building relationship as well as maintaining them for mutual benefit. All right, is that good? Okay. So we have this, we can't be networking in same style in all places, right? We have different situation will be there. We have different types of events will be there. So how do we network in different places? So now we are going to see about the types of networking. So we know the power of networking. We know what is networking. Let's see some of the types of networking. So this is completely professionally. We're not going to talk about the family events, the weddings. That networking is totally different. We'll be gossiping, we'll be having fun. That is totally different. So let's see in our professional life, what are the types of networking we can get. So let me put it this way. Imagine you are at a big industry conference, okay? So you are in a industry conference, and you're surrounded by professionals of various companies. So many experts, executives, elite people, all are there, and the mid-level people, everybody are in that conference. So this is a example, classic example of formal networking event. Okay, so here you can find the people dressed sharp, and there'll be presentation happening, and you can practically smell the opportunities in the air. So it's full of opportunities. It's filled. The conference is filled of opportunities. So this is one type of networking, that is formal networking. So we have finished this conference, and later in the evening, they're planning for a dinner, or in a hotel bar, we have some events. So we are going there. Then we are starting some conversation with fellow attendees. Okay. So this is an example for informal social gathering. So in this networking, you'll be more relaxed. You're not just talking about the businesses and what we have to do, opportunities, nothing. You'll be connecting on a personal level. You might even laugh at some jokes or share some non-work related topics about families or any trips or any vacations you're planning to go. So everything, the non-work related topics will be discussed here. And this is also an important part of networking. It should always should not be a strict professional thing, right? We have some lighter side also. So this is an informal social gathering. And next is, when you're logging onto your LinkedIn or any platform, I prefer LinkedIn. So you're logging in your LinkedIn, and you're finding so many communities there, right? So you will be in various groups, right? We have lots of groups on LinkedIn. So based on your industry, you're joining on some conversation on, in a community or something. So this is the online networking. So here you're virtually connecting with people from your industry or your passionate industry or whatever it may be. So you're connecting virtually. So here, what happens? Here you are connecting globally. It's not like only the conference, everything has a limited number of people, right? Here it is like vast, world level. International connection you can get from India, out of India, whatever it is global. And you can also find mentors through any networking. Through any networking, you can find mentors. So that also happens through networking. So this is one type of networking, that is online networking. And last one is industry specific. There will be some events specifically for the specific topic, like artificial intelligence or a very particular topic. So if you are an expert on that, if you are very specialized on that, you attend that kind of events, right? So that is industry specific forums or networking. Okay, here what happens, you know about the topic, you know what's going to happen. So if somebody is asking questions or you have any questions on the topic, you can share it and you will find the answer there, because all are known to that topic. So that is very specific, and it is called as industry specific forum or networking. So these are the 4 types of networking you will find professionally. So when you're working or as a student or whatever, you can find these, you can follow this. So if you're at an event, what type of people will be there? If you're in a casual meeting, what type of people will be there? What type of conversation we can make? So everything should be understood priorly. So we can't talk very casually on a industry specific forum, right? So they are very serious about the topic. So you should also show that respect, and you should know about it. So what is happening? If you don't know, you have to ask. There will be an expert. It's completely knowledge sharing. Industry specific is completely knowledge sharing. All right. So do you have any doubts or anything about the types of networking? Anybody? You can raise your hand if you want to talk or if you have any thoughts on this. Yes, we have some many people messaging. Yeah, I'll get back. Okay. Okay. So now that we know everything about, yes, Umang, tell me.
Thank you, Sterling. Thank you for this opportunity. Actually, it was really insightful for me to learn about these networking types. But I had a question in my mind, that the online networking that you have explained and the industry specific you have explained, can it be included in the professional networking, or you can say formal networking? Because when we network somewhere via online or offline, the major point that we have behind it is to build our professional network. So can it be included in that, or even casual? Sometimes if I go to the Facebook, I will find some professional as well as some of my friends. So can it be included in the particular thing? That was.
See, it's completely on the type of community you are going on. Some communities, they'll be sharing both. It will be mixed. Then you can also share accordingly. So we have to know that before stepping onto the community, we should know what type of community they are holding. So if it's completely professional, you should also be professional. We can't like odd man, we can't be an odd man out there. Okay, let me share some casual thing here. So that won't work. People won't like it, right? So you study the community, you just go through some post, what they are talking, what type of people are there. You should analyze that first. So but we can't randomly, if you want a professional growth, we have to analyze everything. If it is casual, we can just, okay, nice community name, let me just join here. It's so fun. You can do that. That's the other thing. But professionally, we have to be little serious. Okay, so let's analyze. So before joining to any community, are they available, or they are sharing knowledge of what they are doing, we should know. If it is mixed, then fine. You can share both. If it is only professional, let's also be professional. Okay, got it? Okay. So now let's see some benefits of networking. Okay. See, networking isn't just about exchanging business cards, right? Okay, I gave my card, I got his card. Okay, I networked. That's not the thing. Business card has nothing to do with networking. It's a toolkit. Networking is a toolkit you carry with you every time. So whenever you're going out or whenever you're meeting some people, you should know what tool should be taken. Is it formal? It's casual? It's industry specific? You know the types now. So be specific on that. So you should know how to use your tool. It comes with practice. You can't be like, okay, after the session, yes, I'm ready with my toolkit, I will do networking. It can't happen. To be very honest, it can't happen. It takes time. You make mistake. It's normal. Make mistake. I made lots of mistake. Asking irrelevant questions. I thought it was relevant, but it might be out of topic. So they'll tell, okay, let me explain it later. So you should accept it. It will be sometimes embarrassing. Everything happens. When you're growing, we need to meet all these things. So you should be ready with your toolkit and practice, and one day you'll be an expert. Maybe it takes few weeks, few months. It's completely based on your consistency. The word consistency is very important. So how long you're taking? You're networking on regular basis or once in a while. So it depends on that. Based on that, your toolkit also will be ready with you. Okay. So if you're seeing about the benefits, the first thing is, as I said earlier, you grow personally and professionally. You know how that happens because I explained with the situation, you know how we are personally growing and professionally growing. Then you will be known to many people, right? When you're networking, the network goes on and you will be known. Shweta will be known from my networks. Because I told I got a graphic designer and that graphic designer can tell the other person. So the person will be known to many faces. And it definitely will increase the credibility. And most importantly, tons and tons of opportunities. By networking, you will receive tons and tons of opportunities. Only with networking. So you have to start networking if you want to build your career and reach your heights. Okay. And finally, I just want to cover this quickly. This will be the last part of my session. So building your personal brand. Now that you know how to network, you should have a brand. So what do you think is a brand? Anyone? What is personal brand? You can raise your hand or you can unmute and talk. Yes, Umang, tell me, what do you think is a personal brand?
Yes, so as per my understanding, personal brand is an identity that people has about me, right?
Very good,
If
very good.
if I have created any kind of positivity or negativity or any kind of impact on someone's mind due to my identity, that is what my brand is.
Yes. Shweta, can we hear from Shweta? Thank you, Umang.
Yeah, I feel personal brand is personal image that you hold in front of others. So, and how um, it's it's about your credibility that you hold in front of others.
Yes, yes. So it's very simple, personal brand. Yes, I have Aditya. Yes, tell me, Aditya. I'll take from Aditya and I'll just continue with my thing. Okay, yeah. Tell me.
So, as per my understanding, it's a personal identity or unique identity. Identity, we can say.
Good, good. Unique identity. Nice word. Thank you. Thank you, Aditya. So personal brand is very simple. Brand is you. You are your personal brand. So people will identify your brand by the way you carry yourself, right? So who is Somi? How she's carrying herself to the meeting, how she's coming, what have she done? To know all this, you should show the world who you are. It could be through the social medias, it could be through the meetings you attend. So you network, right? You're talking to so many people and people will know. So what you have to do, how to build your personal brand, I'll just give you a few things. Be authentic, don't fake it. If you know it, yes, I know. If I don't, I'll learn from it. So better that way. So be authentic. Share your vision. People should know. People should know what your vision is. So if suppose Harshita wants to build a startup or she want to do big, people should know. Yeah, if she's coming to the network, people know she's having a vision, and we can give opportunity or we can find resource, whatever it is. The network knows what she wants. So each one of us vision should be known to the network. Then present yourself well. It might be your dress or how you carry yourself, the tone, the words you use, your body language, everything. Be mindful on that. You don't have to change your originality, but certain things can be changed, right? When people are saying that this could be better than this, then we have to accept it. We have to practice a little on that. So present yourself well, online and offline. We have two worlds now, right? We have online world and offline world. So we have to tackle both. Then most importantly, flaunt your failures. We'll have lots of struggles. We have come a long way. We face lots of challenges, failures, everything. Flaunt it like a boss. So that is what makes you unique. As Aditya said, it's unique, right? So our struggle is ours, it's mine. So I have to carry it with some pride. I made that mistake, but I have come over that. So here I am, I'm building my own empire. So you should have that boss feeling on yourself. When you're in a network, hold that pride that I had this failure, I made this, I had lots of challenges. Now I'm having this career. So you have to flaunt it. All right. And most importantly, share your knowledge. Don't forget to share your knowledge and keep it yourself, because it will build the life of others also. Okay. So the beauty of networking lies in its simplicity. It's very simple. Don't make it any complicated. Go in a crowd, talk, learn, upgrade. Okay. Build your own world. So networking is very, very simple. And you have to trust in the process. Just trust in the process. All right. So finally, we have come to the first part of this session. Just keep this in mind, okay? Remember to grow, network like a pro. Okay? Can you all repeat after me? Everybody unmute yourself. Okay? Unmute. Everybody? Yeah. So hold your thumbs up. I think 2 thumbs up will be better. Okay, repeat after me. To grow, network like a pro.
Remember
Remember to grow,
grow
network like a pro.
One more time, please.
Remember
to grow network like a pro.
Thank you, everyone. Clap yourself. You all did great. I enjoyed the session so much. So see you at the Q&A session, and it was really fantastic. So over to you, Aman.
Thank you so much, Stalin, and it was a wonderful session, and I hope everyone enjoyed this session so far, isn't it? Can I have the thumbs up for Stalin? Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Amanpreet Kaur. As Preeti has already introduced myself, I was a sales professional, worked in the corporate sector for almost 6 to 7 years, particularly in the travel and the tourism domain. And now I am here with my, full-fledged training and, development, career, right? So let's just, without wasting any time, let's just begin with the remaining session, right? So we'll start with the game. It's a very interesting one. It's called clap and stop. What is it called? Can I have clap and stop, right? So the moment I say clap, everyone will clap. The moment I say stop, you'll stop, right? So can I have everyone's participation in this game? Right. Shall we begin?
Sure.
Clap. Stop. Clap, 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 clap. Stop. Clap, clap, stop. Stop, 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 stop. Clap, 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 clap. Stop, 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 stop. Yes, I can see some people are still clapping. Yes. So this game was all about focus, active listening, right? You focus on the words of what the other person is saying, right? So let me just quickly start with the presentation. Just a second.
Utkarsh, kindly make yourself on mute.
Yes, unmute. I'm unmute.
Yes. So we are going to simply start with how to build authentic relationships or how to manage professional ones. So can I have any insight from you guys? What do you think? What is required to build authentic relationships or build professional relationships? Anyone? Yes, Subang, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Amanpreet. Thank you for this. So actually, as Preeti ma'am has asked the question in starting as well, it was the same thing. So I would say that when we make people comfortable to talk to us, and when we make people interested to talk to us, and that is where we should carry ourselves, right? So this is the way this is the best way I feel this to maintain a connection. We need to be grateful. We need to present our gratitude towards the people. And obviously, if somebody is valuing our time, if somebody is giving us time, I think we should respect it. So feeling of gratitude and making people comfortable is the best way to build connections better.
Yeah, thank you, Mang. Thank you. That was, I think, a wonderful answer. Can I have Kashish, please? Yeah, Kashish, go ahead, please.
Yeah, like so according to me, to build a like authentic relationship, we should be honest. So if like we are honest, we are showing a truth, we should not fake our things so that others can also trust on us. They can reach out to us. It will make a good relationship with our co-workers and others also.
So I think very important keywords have already been shared over here. Be trustworthy, be honest, right? Be reliable, be open to communicate, right? So simply, I'm just giving you one picture, just visualize it, right? There are two employees in a company, employee one and employee two, who both are working on a project, right? Employee one goes to employee two and he wants to ask a question, but employee two, he seems busy and he doesn't even makes eye contact with employee one. So employee one seems he doesn't want to be bothered, so maybe I should not ask him the question, and he leaves, right? So what do you think? Such kind of interpersonal relationships, can they like make the workplace environment or can they break?
And break the workplace environment.
They will, right? They will break the work environment. So what do you think we can do to cultivate relationships which are healthy, which guarantee job satisfaction, and which can bring happiness at work? Can I have answers from you guys?
We should maintain the professionalism with our colleagues as well.
Yes, professionalism. Anything else?
Respect to
We can
to
greet
each other.
them. Like
Respect. Yes. Anything else?
Saurav would like to ask question. I would like to share. I believe he has raised his hand.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
please go ahead.
you can unmute yourself, please.
Go ahead, please.
Saurav, you want to say something? You want to share something with us?
I think he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jivesh, go ahead, please.
There should be a proper understanding among different things in the organization.
Understanding, right? Yes. Malika, anything else? Anything new from your end?
I believe it should be a clear communication
Clear
between your
communication.
between colleagues. Yeah.
So I think, yes, we already have a lot of answers. Ki what can we do to cultivate stronger relationships at workplace, right? So the first thing which comes to our mind is, let me just start sharing the screen with you guys. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So the first thing which you can do to build stronger relationship is sharpen your communication skills, right? And when I talk about communication skills, there are 4 factors which we primarily cover in communication skills. First one being the verbal, second non-verbal, third one is active listening, and the fourth one is emotional intelligence, right? You work on all these 4 and you get better teams to collaborate with, right? So let's just take one topic one by one. Verbal communication. What do you think about verbal communication? What do you understand by verbal communication? Can I have like 1 or 2 answers? Yes, Malika, you want to say something?
Communicate clearly.
Yes, communicate clearly. Malika? Okay. Anybody else?
Talking wisely.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Talking wisely.
Talking wisely. Yes.
It should
So
be
I think we already have like, yeah.
It should
You
be a
saying
two-way
something, Anja?
communication.
Sorry?
No, I'm saying that it should be a two-way communication.
Two-way communication. Perfect, perfect. So when I say about, when I talk about verbal communication, always remember these 2 words. What to say and how to say. Verbal communication is all about what to say and how to say. Think before you speak and be conscious to phrase your words, right? A very important thing which comes to mind in verbal communication is tonality, the tone of your voice, right? You have to be empathetic, you have to be positive, you have to be understanding. Then only the person who you're talking to would be more open and share things with you. Cool? Good? Good to go? Yes. Moving on to the second point, which is non-verbal communication. What do you understand by non-verbal communication?
Ma'am, good body language.
Like when we
Perfect body language.
Like maintaining eye contact, smiling,
Perfect, perfect,
and
perfect.
nodding head.
Very simple, very common, yeah, things. Yeah. Anything else?
The posture of your body should be right.
Gestures, facial
The
expressions.
gestures, yeah, everything. Yeah. Non-verbal communication is all about body language. If the body language is relaxed, it means that you are comfortable with the person and the situation, right? On the other hand, if my body language is very tensed and what does it conveys? I'm not comfortable with the person I'm talking to. I'm disinterested, right? I'm not comfortable in the situation, right?
I'm nervous.
Yes. Shweta, you were saying something?
I'm nervous.
Yes, 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 yes. Body language plays a very important role in non-verbal communication. So you have to be aware about your body language all the time, right? So try and maintain healthy eye contact, which shows that you are present and you are very much there in that conversation at that time, right? So don't let your body language contradict what you are saying. Getting my point? Right? Quickly moving on to the third one, which was active learning. What do you guys understand by active learning? Can I have a few answers?
I think it's active listening, right?
Active listening. Yes, yes.
When we are listening the person who's in front of us and we are responding the same, like if he's saying something, we are listening to that person actively and we are responding. It's not just like that, yes, he's saying something and I'm somewhere else, my mind is somewhere else, I'm physically present here,
Present, being present in the conversation. Anything else from Somi? Can I have?
Listening for?
Yeah, Somi, you raised your
Yes.
hand.
Yes, like active listening means listen to understand the perspective of different person, like the whom we are communicating to. So this is how what I feel.
Yes, active listening is all about paying close attention to what the other person is saying, rather than thinking, what am I going to say next? Right? You pay close attention to what the other person is saying, rather than thinking, what am I going to say next? How will you show that you are actively listening? By simply nodding your head, right? Simply nodding your head, and you can make comments to show that you understand the conversation. You can ask them follow-up questions. You can paraphrase what the other person is saying, right? So these are the few things which you can show that you are very much present in the conversation and you are actively listening to the other person. All right. And the last one is emotional intelligence, another very common word. I think most of us understand. What do you guys understand by emotional intelligence?
You need to be patient, polite, and
Being
empathy.
patient. All right, empathy. Anything else? I need some new faces, yeah. Umang, Shweta, these are the one who are like, I really appreciate they're actively participating. Can I have some like new faces? Aditya, Nipun, Lavanya, Krishan,
Like
Harshita.
talking with emotions and feelings, like communicating while we are communicating, so we can use our emotions, our feelings, so that the one who is listening can understand like what kind of importance of the conversation is.
Yes. I think the hand was raised by, all right. Yeah, Neha, go ahead, please.
The emotions at the right place.
Can we have like one by one? Yeah, go ahead, please, Neha.
I think connecting emotionally.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute. Chalo, no worries. We'll move forward. So emotional intelligence, as the word suggests, it's you simply must learn of not only how to communicate, but how to make other people feel. Right? You have to be respectful. You have to use appropriate language, even in disagreement. You don't agree with the other person, that doesn't mean that you will be disrespectful. You have to show empathy, right? So as very rightly said by Shweta, empathy, how you make others feel, compassionate, understanding, all these things are covered under emotional intelligence, right? So what was the first skill which we learned to improve our relationship?
Verbal.
Tap in your communication
Verbal
skills.
communication.
Yeah, communication skills, there were 4 things which we covered: verbal communication, non-verbal, active listening, and
Non-verbal
emotional intelligence. Good to go?
listening and
Good
emotional
to go?
intelligence.
Are we good to go?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Let me just move to another screen. Just a second. Yes. So another thing is set and meet expectations. How do you set and meet expectations? For example, you are the manager. How would you set the expectations and how would you ask your team to meet it? Can I have like 1 or 2 answers?
Setting deadlines.
Yes, setting deadlines.
Politely,
Deadlines.
very professionally, but not comparing with other teammates.
Yes, yes. Very well said, Preeti. Anything
Communicating
else?
clearly, communicating the
Yeah,
goals clearly,
Umang, go ahead,
communicating
please.
Yes, as per my understanding, setting the goals clearly means setting the agenda for the meeting. If I'm communicating with someone, I should know, I should have a clarity of thoughts that what should be my agenda and what should be a mutual understanding between both of us. So this is what I feel is.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, Jivesh, go ahead.
Having a proper understanding of what we want to achieve.
Absolutely. What you want to achieve, the goal has to be clear, right? So, yeah. So, setting and meeting the expectations. Expectations, whatever you're setting, they should be clearly defined. If you do, for example, if your goal is not clearly defined, do you expect your team will understand and will try to achieve it? No. Can they achieve it? Never. So the goals, the expectations have to be clearly defined, right? The expectations, they should be realistic. They should be achievable. I'm setting a goal, which I know most of my team members will not be able to achieve it is not realistic for them. Do you think they'll put in efforts to achieve that goal? They cannot, right? So the goals have to be clearly defined and they must be achievable. They must be realistic. You need to bring your entire team on a page, discuss the consequences, discuss the circumstances before starting any new project so that everyone has a clear understanding of what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. All right? Yeah. Then comes building trust. How do you build trust? How can I trust you? How do you trust somebody? What attributes, what characteristics do you?
हम तो आपको बोला आप चला है ना तो मैं बोला एक बार आपको मिलती ही जाती.
Subrata, I think if you can put yourself on mute, I think. Hello? Yeah. So how do you build trust? Very quickly, I think we need to, it's
Be true to
11:55.
your words.
Yeah. Can I have like 1 or 2 answers? How do you build trust?
Like be true to your words. Like what you are saying, you are doing.
All right. Sakshi is saying, admit when you are wrong. People don't like to hear excuses, right? Good. You build trust by being reliable, by being trustworthy. How do you build trust? By fulfilling my promises, by catching up on my commitments, right? If I follow all these things, if I am keeping up my promises, if I am fulfilling my commitments, do you think the other person who's talking to me, they will be more open, right? Because they think they trust me. They can trust me. I'm a reliable person. I'm honest. I'm upfront, right? So this is how you build trust. You build trust by gaining the respect, by becoming trustworthy. All right. What was the next point? Express gratitude. How do you express gratitude? Simply saying thank you.
Thank you.
Heartfelt compliment.
Appreciating the efforts.
Yes, yes. Appreciating other person's efforts. Right? It simply shows that you value the other person. You care about the efforts, their ideas which they have put in. Right? Simple thank you, simple heartfelt note from your end it can, believe me, it can work wonders. It will definitely create better teams. You try this thing in your professional or personal relationships and see the difference yourself. Right? And what was the last point which we need to take? Take an interest. You take an interest in getting you to know your colleagues better. Take an interest in their hobbies, their passions, their interest outside of work. Talk to them about topics which interest them. And believe me, you'll see the change. They'll be more open to you. Because remember, there's a golden rule which says that people who are more heard and are comfortable, they're more likely to share up ideas. They're more likely to be open up with you. So take a genuine interest in people. Get to know their interests, their hobbies, their passion. And it will create better teams to collaborate. Cool? Yes. So I think it's already almost 12 and we covered few points, right? Which can help you to bring stronger relationships, right? Both professional and the personal ones. And I think everyone here is going to take something or everything with you out of this training. And I think we should quickly now move on to question and answer round, right? So we have Stalin also with us. And can we have some questions from your end? How was the session? Did you enjoy it? Some feedback? Anything from your end? Yes.
So,
No questions?
Yeah. So I'm having a feedback. It was an amazing session. I enjoyed thoroughly. Also,
Thank you so much.
I learned here how I can, make good network professionally, how I can make it. So thank you for this session. Thank you,
Thank
Aman.
you so
Sanjay,
much.
Yeah.
thank you for sharing your
Anybody
thoughts.
having
you.
any question, anything?
So I don't
Any
have any
queries?
question.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. I don't have any question, but I really like, especially, the presentation that was prepared by both our, lovely guest speakers, Amanpreet and Stalin. I'm very much active on LinkedIn, especially, and I always take, I always have, take help from my, LinkedIn connections, so that they can give a good feedback, like what are exactly, what exactly can be done, or even I take some, suggestion also from my LinkedIn connections, how we can more reach to out more, how we can build more network or connectivity. However, I also believe in face-to-face interactions, because I have a very good experience of building a good relation, face to face. Over calls, of course, we are very good to go with calls also, but I believe once you have many things, actually you learn things also, and many things are are need to be learned also from the others. Once you have a cup of coffee with your connections face to face.
Thank you, Preeti. Your voice was little breaking here and there, but thank you so much. Yes, Kashish, Somi, you have questions? Yeah, ask one by one. Yeah.
So, I wasn't having any question, but I need to like appreciate that how like in a manner you both have provided this training, and I have a lot of takeaways how like I can implement and how I can easily go and network with others. I learned a lot of things. So thank you so much for an amazing session.
We are so glad
Thank
to
you
hear
so
that.
much,
Thank you,
Kashish.
Kashish.
Yeah.
Yes, Somi.
Hi, Stellan. I have one question. Like you do have mentioned that personal brand, right? I have
Yeah.
a one question. Like, its personal brand is an ongoing process, right? Like it's keep on changing.
No, the main foundation is strong. Who you are is same. The achievements, the experience you're gathering, that changes. So what Somi was 5 years back is not the same Somi right now. You have explored so much, you have experienced so much, you are in a very different position now. So that carries, that will differ, but your personality won't change. Who was Somi at that time, the same person is there with so much new things added to it. So you are a package, you'll be adding all the goodies in every phases of your life. But the originality, that we can't fake it, right? That should be very authentic. You should be authentic and all the goodies should be carried uh, in the various phases of the life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Umang, do you have any questions or feedback?
Yeah, thank you so much, Stellan and Amanpreet, for your this session. I think it was really insightful for me. I have a question, right? So I wanted to ask one thing, that I'm also available on LinkedIn like Preeti ma'am. So just wanted to ask you that if I need to build connections online, so what should be some of the tips which I can use? Because if I keep posting, so there might be a limited number of people who watches that. And if I have to reach out a maximum number of people, what should be my approach? If you can help me with some of the points on that.
Yeah. So specifically on LinkedIn, right? Yeah. So on LinkedIn, first you should know what you're doing. If it is like, if I am a trainer or a content writer, so my audience, I should know who I'm going to target. So I should connect with them first. If my target audience are founders and CEOs, I'll give connection requests those people, and also the content writers. I want to keep in touch with both. So my clients, I want to grab clients and I want to know what's happening in the industry. So both should be there. So this way you can't randomly give connection requests to all people. Like I can't give requests to the IT people because I have nothing to do with them, right? So I should filter that first. So you should have that focus. So bring all the crowd to your network, then you should show them what you're doing. So consistently you have to post it, your achievements, your as I said, failures, how successful you have become. So every stories will connect with your audience. So that way you have to bring out the stories and connect with people, and slowly, it is not a one day process. It takes time. For me, it took 1 year to get into this 90K strong community. So initially I started with only 2 connections. Last October I had only 2 connections. One was my husband, one was my brother. That's funny thing, right? So now I have a big community and my career is totally depending on that. So that strong community and network, I got it through by posting and telling the stories and everything. So that's a separate big chapter to discuss. Maybe I'll take a separate webinar on that, and you can connect there. You can learn a lot from that. Thank you, Umang, for giving that question to us.
Sure, Stanley. Thank you so much for this insightful information, and I'll surely attend that webinar.
Yeah, thank you.
Shweta has also raised her hand. I believe
Yeah,
she has.
yes, Shweta.
Yeah, hi Stellan and Amanpreet. Thank
Hi,
you for the
Shweta.
wonderful session. Sorry I couldn't attend the whole thing. I'm at work. But I just wanted to ask you one question. Do you think outsourcing or delegating networking impacts the kind of impact that you need? Does it achieve that, or does it give you a bad impression if you are outsourcing or you are delegating somebody for networking? What do you think? What kind of impact does it leave?
You're talking about personal branding, right?
Not only personal branding, if I am somebody who is not good at networking, or maybe I have time restrictions. So do you think outsourcing this networking thing is a good idea, or it leaves a negative impact on your image? If you have any opinion on that.
Yeah. So if you're starting from scratch, outsourcing is a very bad idea. Okay, so first you need to get into the thing and you should know, make mistakes, that's completely normal. Initially, I don't know how to operate LinkedIn. I don't know what are the features available. I was just posting and I was interacting with so many people. That way I learned it. So when you are in a high position and you have already built a brand, people know who Shweta is, and then you can outsource. You will be busy with so many things, so then you can outsource, and you can tell the stories to them and make a content around it. You can do something with this post. So you can get help at that point. But initial stage, you have to show yourself.
Right.
Then only people will get the connection. That is my opinion on that.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And
Yeah, you're welcome.
just one thing I want to add. I just came across that I used to consider networking as a task. And right now, you just mentioning to use it as a tool makes a huge difference. So thank you for pointing that out. I
Thank you.
will
Thank you,
keep
Shweta.
that in
Glad to
mind.
hear that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. It was so good to see all your faces, and I'm really very happy with this session. Yeah.
Yes. Bright faces, I must say, and very interactive one. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. Interaction was there. Lots of people participated, and I think that really made my day. Thank you so much, everyone, once again, and hope to connect with you guys on LinkedIn. Yeah. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Have a lovely
Thank
weekend.
you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.